Okay. Well, we can go ahead and get started. Meredith, if you want to go ahead and start recording if you have not yet. Um, but thank you everyone for joining today. My name is Rebecca Bykowski, and I am the Director of Programs here at Sustainable Pittsburgh. And we really appreciate you all coming today to learn more about Bite Pittsburgh and Summer of Local. And yeah, really looking forward to a good conversation. So first off, I'd like to just go ahead and give a big shout out to our sponsor for Bite Pittsburgh, Duquesne Light Company. Duquesne Light, without them, we wouldn't really be able to be doing a lot of the work that we're doing right now with this. So we're very appreciative of their support. Okay, for today's agenda, I was thinking we could start with some welcome and introductions. We do have a small group here, but I was thinking we could just put our, name, organization within the chat so everybody gets an idea of who's here. When we get into the discussion, we can open that up further. I just want to make sure we have enough time to get through what we need to, and if there's, questions and such that others might have at the end. So starting with welcome and introductions, and then we're going to be going into why we're launching Bite Pittsburgh in the summer of local. We'll move into, giving a bigger explanation about what Bite Pittsburgh is, what the summer of local is, let you all know what resources are available to community partners, and then open it up for a Q&A and discussion portion. So, at Sustainable Pittsburgh, our mission is to empower decision making that builds a fundamentally equitable, resilient, healthy, and prosperous region. One way in which we do this is through connecting our stakeholders through networks, programs, special projects, community action, such as what we're here to talk about today, Bite Pittsburgh and the Summer of Local. Next slide, please. Okay, so looking at why this all matters, so why are we doing this? Why are we launching this Bite Pittsburgh campaign? Why are we doing this Summer of Local initiative? And really, we want to remember that our local businesses are the backbones of our communities. They create jobs, they build their community identity, support our local economies, and help to create vibrancy within our communities. And they're always facing lots of challenges, and they continue to face them with rising costs, staffing challenges, increases in competition, and limited marketing capacity. And so throughout this is part of why these things matter. And it's important to remember that for every dollar that is spent at a local business, a greater share tends to stay circulating within the local economy as compared to spending at national chains. In fact, an average of 67 cents out of every dollar remains directly in the community, helping to recirculate that into our local economies. Next slide, please. So the opportunity that we see here is, we were thinking, how can we help more people discover, support, and celebrate local businesses across southwestern Pennsylvania? So we know that people want to support local businesses, and the challenge is often awareness. People don't always know what's nearby, what's new, what makes community unique. So Bite Pittsburgh and Summer of Local are designed to help bridge that gap by making local businesses more visible and easier to discover. Next slide, please. We are looking at Bite Pittsburgh, Summer of Local, being a regional initiative. It's something that's not just for the city, not just for Pittsburgh, but we're inviting participation across the 10-county region, whether it's community neighborhood organization, chambers of commerce, business districts, tourism, economic development organizations, cultural and affinity-based organizations, and any organization that is supporting diverse business communities. Participation is open to communities that are defined by place, culture, identity, shared purpose. Community can mean neighborhood, borough, downtown district, county, tourism destination, cultural community, Black-owned businesses, veteran, women-owned, disability-owned, LGBTQIA-owned businesses. We really want Summer of Local to reflect the full diversity of southwestern Pennsylvania. Next slide, please. So when we are looking at Bite Pittsburgh, Bite Pittsburgh is designed for a wide range of businesses across Pennsylvania. Wait, did I skip a slide? Yes, sorry. I believe I skipped a slide. Not sure. Oh, wait. Sorry. Meredith, can you go forward a slide, please? Okay, there we are. Sorry. So what is Bite Pittsburgh? Bite Pittsburgh really stands for Bridge It Together for Everyone. It's a regional campaign that helps businesses to increase their visibility, connect with new customers, take meaningful sustainability actions, access resources and educational events, and join a growing business network. It's not a certification or a designation program. It's an engagement campaign. Businesses can participate regardless of where they are on their sustainability journey. And the goal is to provide visibility, encourage action, and create pathways toward deeper engagement over time. BITE is really aimed to help local businesses get discovered, celebrated, and supported. Uh, you can go forward, I think, maybe two slides. Now we're on the who can participate. Yeah. So BITE is designed for a wide range of businesses across southwestern Pennsylvania. So whether we can look at our food and beverage businesses, independent restaurants, breweries, caterers, food and bev producers, retail and Main Street businesses, such as our retail stores, gift shops, makers and creative businesses, artists, designers, makers, creative entrepreneurs, and really any locally rooted business where they are about strengthening their community, growing their visibility, and taking meaningful action. We've got a place for them here in Bite Pittsburgh. Next slide, please. So there are five action areas that are the focus of BITE. There are five action areas and five actions per area. So there are some examples of these actions from these different areas. When we look at energy, we might be looking at encouraging them to switch to LEDs. Water, maybe looking at low flow fixtures. For waste, we could be looking at composting or reducing packaging. Sourcing, looking at purchasing locally, and looking at our people category, workforce and community support and actions that can help elevate within those areas. And when they sign up for BITE participation, they're baselined on these actions. And then throughout 2026 and beyond, we will be providing targeted resources, engagement tools, technical support, and events in order to help them to advance from that baseline measure. Next slide, please. So when we think of BITE, we think of it as an on-ramp. The actions of a business focused on through BITE are pulled directly from the broader assessments that are used within our Sustainable Pittsburgh restaurants, shops, and workplaces programs. And by focusing on this smaller set of meaningful actions, we're lowering the barrier of entry to make sustainability more accessible and approachable for independent businesses. It's through activities like Summer of Local, educational events, ongoing resources, businesses will have opportunities to engage with sustainability practices, strengthen connections to their communities, and build visibility with residents and visitors. For some businesses, BITE may be the beginning of a longer sustainability journey that eventually leads to the designation within our Sustainable Pittsburgh recognition programs. Next slide, please. So looking at from business action to community activation, BITE engages businesses, the Summer of Local engages our communities and consumers, and then together really creating this shared space that benefits all three groups. Really looking at BITE providing that framework with the Summer of Local, creating that momentum. Next slide, please. So what is Summer of Local? Summer of Local isn't a series of isolated events. It's a coordinated regional campaign that creates repeated opportunities for people to visit and patronize local businesses. Through this activation, residents and visitors can discover new businesses, shop and dine locally, explore communities across the region, share experiences and local favorites, and support the businesses that make our connections unique. It's really a region-wide initiative that aims to explore, support, and celebrate our local businesses. Summer of Local, it's important to note that is a seasonal activation, being summer, and these activities will be taking place on Wednesdays, beginning in July and moving through September of this year. Next slide, please. I think we go back one, Mayor. Oh, okay. Okay, go forward then. Sorry. It looks like there is this. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Okay. So what does participation for businesses actually look like? The good news is that we've intentionally designed Love Local Wednesdays to be simple and accessible. We're not asking the businesses to host a major event, offer deep discounts, or create a lot of additional work. We're asking the businesses to do five simple things. First, be open to participate. We want businesses to be part of the experience and help welcome residents and visitors to their community. And then second, we want them to promote their participation. We'll provide the graphics, messaging, promotional materials that the businesses can easily share through social media, newsletters, websites, in-store signage. Third, welcome the residents and visitors. One of the goals of Summer of Local is to encourage people to explore businesses and communities that they might not have visited before. Fourth, we want to highlight something unique. That could be a signature menu item, a locally made product, sustainability action they're taking, a special service, or simply the story behind their business. And fifth, to encourage customer check-ins through the Summer of Local Rewards program. And for customers, to explain a bit more about how that rewards program will work, customers would be able to provide or be able to scan a QR code at participating businesses to earn entry to prize drawings throughout the summer. The rewards program is designed to encourage exploration and repeat visits while helping businesses gain additional visibility. We're finalizing the prize structure, but examples could include weekly prize drawings, gift card packages featuring participating businesses, community experience bundles, and a larger grand prize at the end of the summer. And while it's not required, businesses will have the opportunity to contribute prizes, gift cards, experiences, or promotional items toward the rewards program. These contributions can help showcase local businesses and create even more reasons for residents and visitors to participate throughout the summer. And what we really like about this model is that it creates a shared value for everyone involved. We have the businesses that are gaining visibility, communities gain visitors and engagement, and the residents are having an incentive to explore and support local businesses throughout the region. And I just want to mention too that one of the goals with our Love Local Wednesdays is to create a recognizable rhythm. We want people to know that those Wednesdays are a day to explore, support, and celebrate their local businesses, and that it also can provide them with some rewards along the way. It'll be as I mentioned, that there will be Wednesdays from June through September, and we will move on to the next slide now. Where you are, Meredith. So, as we developed Summer of Local in Pittsburgh, one of the questions that we kept asking ourselves was, what do we do? How do we create something that delivers value for everyone involved? So, for community partners like yourself, Summer of Local could provide an opportunity to shine a spotlight on the businesses, people, and places that make your community unique. It can help increase visibility for your organization and your community, strengthen relationships with local businesses, create opportunities for storytelling, and connect your work to a broader regional campaign. We also want to make participation as easy as possible by providing ready-made tools, resources, and support along the way. At the same time, we know that businesses are incredibly busy and often operate with limited time and capacity. So for businesses, the participation here is free and designed to be approachable. Businesses gain visibility through the directory. They can access promotional opportunities, connect with educational resources, and receive support as they explore sustainability actions through B.I.T.E. It's important to understand that B.I.T.E isn't about creating another burden for businesses. It's about helping them to tell their story, better connect with their consumers, access these resources, and be recognized for the positive contributions that they're making in their communities. Next slide, please. So when we're talking about the B.I.T.E directory, the directory is more than a business listing. It's a tool to help residents discover the businesses and communities that make our region unique. Search features can include by zip code, business type, ownership attributes, sustainability interests, and products and services. Every participating business receives a profile. These profiles are free, and community partners can use the directory as a way to showcase the businesses that make their community special. You can think of the directory as a digital front door to your community. Next slide, please. So with this, talking about the resources that are available to community partners, we're not looking for our partners to build this from scratch. As I mentioned previously, our goal is to provide the tools, templates, and support needed to make participation as easy as possible. So some of the materials you might be provided with would be outreach emails, recruitment flyers, some overview materials, social graphics, drafted newsletter content, messaging, talking points, We provide some promotional materials and a participation guides for the Love Local Wednesdays, and then just continual direct support from us here at Sustainable Pittsburgh and having, campaign updates, check-ins, things to keep community partners in the loop and understand what's going on. Next slide, please. So looking at our timeline, we are here in June, and June is looking to be our partner onboarding time. We'll be looking to launch and kick off our Summer of Local with our first Love Local Wednesdays in July. And then from July through September, consistently having every week a new community throughout the region that can be discovered on those Wednesdays. And then in October, we will be wrapping up, looking at our results and being able to see really how impactful the work that we did was, where we might be able to make improvements and really be able to celebrate together as a community. So as we wrap up, I wanted to leave you with an overview of what participation looks like for community partners. One of the guiding principles behind Summer of Local is flexibility. We know that every organization has different goals, capacities, and relationships within their communities, and we're not looking for everyone to partner in exactly the same way. So the first step is really going to be joining the partner network and staying connected. There will be an interest form that we will be sharing following this info session, and you can use that to sign up if that's something that you are interested to do to fill out the interest form. And by completing that interest form, you'll get updates, resources, and information as the campaign continues to develop. That might be also where you would select your preferred Wednesdays for these celebrations. Second, we're asking partners to help recruit local businesses. You know your communities better than anyone. So whether it's a restaurant, retailer, maker, brewery, bakery, any locally owned business, your invitation and encouragement can go a long way toward helping get businesses involved. Third, to help promote participation, we'll provide the graphics, messaging, social media content, outreach materials that you can share through your existing communication channels. Fourth would be to celebrate your community through Love Local Wednesdays. It could be as simple as highlighting the businesses and encouraging participation, or using the tools that we've given you, or if that's something that you all would like to do, or you can include additional activities and community engagement opportunities to elevate it as well. The goal is really to showcase the businesses in place that makes your community unique. And then finally, we'll launch together. Again, the Summer of Local begins in July, and throughout the summer, we'll be working collectively to help residents and visitors discover, support, and celebrate local businesses across the region. And lastly, before we wrap up, I'd love to open up things for discussion to hear from all of you. As I've shared, Summer of Local is intended to be a collaborative regional effort. And while we've developed the framework and tools, we're also looking forward to learning from the communities, organizations, and partners participating in the campaign. So rather than thinking only about questions, I'd encourage you to think about some opportunities as well. So are there questions that anyone has at this point in time about Summer of Local, B.I.T.E Pittsburgh, participation? Yes.
I have two quick questions. First of all, are you able to share these slides with us? They were really great overview.
Yes, we'll be sharing the slides. Yes,
Okay,
we will.
perfect. And then the second question is, do you guys have any success measures already defined?
So, that's funny that you should ask. At this point in time, I think our measure of success would be, one would be to have, a community of each week from July through September. Still working on developing those measures of success and KPIs, but I can let you know what those are when we're at that point. I feel like we've been working hard and just kind of driving forward to create something creative coming off the heels of the draft, and really felt that we landed it somewhere well. I think it was some of the important elements to us are in diversity, inclusivity, celebrating diverse communities. So, as well as our rural communities, and really growing the reach of businesses that are engaged within sustainability and within this in this campaign.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, Ross, I see you have your hand up.
Hey, I have a question. So we have a monthly newsletter that goes out to Lawrenceville businesses, and that goes out Monday. Is there any sort of graphic and like blurb and who to contact for folks that I could possibly send out in that newsletter?
Yes, we're working with a marketing firm and I'm getting some materials from them, but we can definitely get that to you. When would you like to have that by?
If we want it to go out, we have this one going out Monday. So if by like Friday, I know that's a quick turnaround. So if not, then we could um, send out a more targeted email to our members later in the month.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yeah. Hi,
How you said
Michelle.
that week? Hi, thanks for sending the link. You said that we can host the Love Wednesdays. Was that more information? Is that what it's called? Love Wednesdays? I want to make
Yeah, I
sure I'm
love
saying
local
that.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, Love
Yeah,
Local Wednesdays. How would we get information about doing that? Are we hosting that at a site? Are we hosting it for like our own community people?
it would be within, so it's the businesses that are within your network. So whether that's a geographical area like a Main Street area or a chamber, something of that nature, or if it's representation of, say, businesses, BIPOC businesses or women-owned businesses, things like that, that might be a broader reach within the region. So that is, and the idea being that we're not trying to create a lot of additional work for our community partners or the businesses that are participating. So we would provide you all with the tools that you would need in order to get this out, get your businesses signed up for Bite, such that they're able to participate within the Summer of Local, Love Local Wednesday within your community. And also be providing you all with those materials that you would need in order to help promote it within your communities, get the word out to the businesses, and then providing the businesses what they would need as well in order to have this happen at their place of business within the communities. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So it's not,
it
yeah.
definitely
So it's
does.
yeah, and if you want, like, say there's I don't know, like since it's on a Wednesday, say there's like some other activity that's happening on a Wednesday that would be good to tie into it within a community, totally open to that. And if
Hmm.
communities are want to do something else to elevate it more than what we're providing, that's something that we can, definitely support and help to work with you on, but it's not a requirement in any way.
Yeah, because we've been literally, I just had a meeting today about activating Wednesday nights for us. Very similar. It just works out great. That's all. It just works
Oh,
out great.
that's
And I just
perfect.
wanted to like make sure that it aligned. And as you explained it, it does.
Okay, great, great. Yeah, we picked Wednesdays because that's the day that most of the businesses are open. Also, a day that there's slower foot traffic. So, just trying to think of a way to get people out, push them in there, get that repetition that might build some excitement to keep them going out and exploring new places, and get some rewards along the way. Are there any other questions, comments, points of discussion, any ideas?
Hey, Rebecca, this is Erin. I think it's great.
Hi, Aaron. Thanks.
We'll definitely share to our network from farm to table. So that'll pull in people from outside of Allegheny County as well.
Great, perfect, perfect. Yeah, that's really great
And
to hear.
customers, so businesses, but also
Hmm.
like driving to consumers to come to the businesses who are involved.
Right, right. Because I know you all have a really vast consumer network
We have a
within
big
the work that you
reach.
do there. Right, yeah.
Yes.
So that's great. That's
Okay,
great. Thank
great.
you
Well,
so
thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Oh, great. Thanks. We are too.
So Allison, again, I just wanted to echo that. I also think this is great. Super excited that we're plugged in here and able to help promote this. I mean, we have, hundreds of borrowers all across Allegheny County. So small business owners who have borrowed money from NCDF. So we'll certainly get it out to them. And we also partner with several chambers of commerce and community development corps. We'll make sure that they get plugged into as community partners. I guess my other question is, so we're going to broadcast this out to all of our borrowers, let's just say across Allegheny County. Are you going to like group them into neighborhoods? Like, is this going to be like, the first Wednesday is Sharpsburg and the second Wednesday is Wilkinsburg, and how is it going to work?
So within that partner interest form that we'll send out to you, and if you share with your other with others that are within your network too, part of that will be is selecting preferred dates. So we'll have outlined the all the Wednesdays from June through or sorry July through September, and then people can select their preferred dates for that, and from that we'll see what works with the communities, and then we can sort of work backwards from there. And there could be overlap. There might be some weeks that there might be, one in Sharpsburg and maybe another that's over in East Liberty or something like that. So it sort of depends on, where the engagement and comes from. And once we see how many communities are interested, then we can work from there.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
There capacity for regional partnership as well for outlying counties?
Oh, yes, definitely. We are 1000% looking to extend the reach within the region. At Sustainable Pittsburgh, we focus on Southwestern PA, so that Southwestern PA 10 county region. So any organizations within that definitely interested to connect with and help to broaden this reach of this campaign to really make it something impactful that's again not just being city focused, but reaching these other communities throughout. Okay. Anything else from anyone? Okay, if there's anything else specifically that you can think of that would be helpful for you, like I said, we'll be sharing out materials. First will be the sign up, but any partners who sign up will then, be sharing out the partner packet and things like that. So if within that there's something that that you all need that's not there, happy to provide it. Or if there's anything just from the get-go, that something that would be critical to have, open to that too. Okay. Well, last slide then, please, Meredith. But yeah, thanks everybody. Thank you for your interest. Thanks for your ideas, your questions, your feedback. It's really great to hear that you all are excited. I know we're really excited about the opportunity to build this together, and to be able to showcase our incredible businesses and the communities that help make Southwestern PA unique. So with that, I have my information up there if you need to reach out to me for any reason. And again, we'll follow up with that with the further information and also the link for signing up with the interest form. So thanks so much, and everyone have a great day.
Great, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.